Yo, what's up everyone? It's Lescopes here, and today, as it is December and everything, I thought I'd give my very first shoutout video. And now, let's give it a little background. See, I've played competitive, not necessarily GB, but competitive for 5 years, and GB for about 4, I'd say, 4 or nearly 5 probably. But I've been into competitive gaming for a long time, that's my point. And I've met a lot of people, and there's just been a lot of different kind of people with different attitudes and things like that. And I would like to make a video shouting out some of the people that really truly deserve it. This list has only about 11 to like 14 names. It only has that small amount through 5 years of competitive gaming. So if you are not on the list necessarily, that's just how it's gonna be, because this is actually the massive shoutouts to people that have actually been an inspiration, or have actually been in a way so special that they'd get a shout out. Now, I'm not saying that it's really cool to get a shout out from me and everyone's gonna be like, oh, so it's not gonna be like that. That's just my personal list of people I need to call out that have been either really inspirational or have taught me a lot, or just have been genuinely good friends. Alright, so I'm gonna start this thing off. This is in no particular order except the very first of these shoutouts. This is by far the biggest shoutout of all, just due to how long we played together, how many different kind of people we played against, how many small little arguments we had, and how we just all came through it, and we just kept on playing every time. And that shoutout is obviously to NMC. Everyone who knows who I am knows that I always played with NMC. We may have had the times that we wouldn't play together and stuff like that, but trust me, it's never really gone away. We've always teamed up, and any time I teamed up with NMC, we've done good. Any game really. So with NMC I played starting 2009 or 2008. I believe 2009 though, and we was playing some COD 4 and World at War. And before that, I had played with a Finnish, pretty much a social team. We just a bunch of friends. We played some COD 4 GBs. But NMC really brought me properly into really competing to win games, and that is why I hold him a big thank you, because he actually made me a really competitive player, and he's been by far the biggest inspiration to me, and he's a kind of player I look up to. Anyways, next shout out goes to someone I haven't known for that long, but immediately made a really good impression. That's gonna be Wannafi. Now, our very first try on Modern Warfare 3 doubles was 62 wins and 1 loss, and that 1 loss, believe me, was unlucky as fuck. And we just really had really good laughs, and we will continue playing obviously, but we just don't play right now. We are both a bit busy. I'm gonna be making a video, by the way, why I'm gonna be really busy soon, but that's not gonna be in the shoutout video. So let's continue with the shoutouts. So that one was for Wannafi. Really amazing player, really good SMG, just mind-blowing how smart he plays. Anyways, next shoutout's gonna go to Ditto. Ditto was one of the members of Complex PS3, which I'm gonna get to later, and he's just always been a good mate. We've played a lot together, I would say, and it's always been real fun playing with Ditto. Ditto's proper consistent and a proper good friend. I'm gonna go really briefly again with these, because there's not much time on the gameplay. Actually, I did cut it down so that it wouldn't be too long. But it's obviously hard to make a shoutouts video that are short, so I'm going through these very briefly, like I have until now. Next shoutout goes to Baru, also known as Barugio, whatever the fuck it is. Anyways, he is pretty much what is known as the leader of Complex on PS3. And if someone doesn't know what Complex is, that is pretty much sums up from all 4 to 5 years of competitive gaming. It sums up, it's either the first team or the second team that I would rate among my best teams. Just everything about that team was good. I'm not gonna get to that now. I'm gonna do it in a separate video. But like I said, Baru definitely deserves a shout out. I mean, now I'm gonna get to Complex a little bit. There was some things that made me drop out from Complex, and Complex was a team with that finished 219 wins and 9 losses. And there is a particular reason. I mean, not really particular reason, but there are a couple of reasons why I dropped out of Complex. And Baru and actually everyone in Complex really have been sound and everything. They didn't take it as a bye, get the fuck out of here, and hope you don't make it to a good team and shit like that. They were all really sound, and I've played with them all after I was gone from Complex. I've played Modern Warfare 3 on Xbox with Baru and Black Ops 1 with Baru on PS3. I've played a lot with Joe on Modern Warfare 3 Xbox, Hardcore and Call, as I'm getting to Joe next, which is Joe Charisma. But anyways, I'm gonna finish with Baru now. We've played with like, oh yeah, I was already starting out with Complex members, obviously. Yeah, so let's just, Baru, I'm saying, even if I did drop out of Complex, he's always been really sound. He's never really just gone about and said to everyone that yeah, Scopes is proper shit and wouldn't want him in the team and he's fucking bad. He was always sound about it. Because some people just, as soon as you're out of the team, people turn their back on you. They just start talking shit and everything. And Baru really deserves a place in this shout-out list, even though I haven't known him for too long, about half a year. He truly deserves a spot on this list, because he's made a lasting effect on how people can be nice even after being in a team with you and then you dropping out. And just, it is a long story, but I can surely tell it to you all some other day when I make a Complex video. Alright, so the next shout out, I have to go really brief on these one, is Joe. And Joe was also a member of Complex. Joe is someone that really is just a really nice person, extremely talented. He knows, he's played GB for ages. He's played every game mode. He's gone through all the game modes and shit. He truly knows how to play GB, and he's showed me some pretty cool tricks along the way, and he's also a true friend. And nothing more to say really. Thanks for being a nice friend, Joe. Alright, next one goes to Tank on Xbox, also known as Lee. Lee's always ready for games. We've played pickups for absolute ages, and he's just a really consistent player. I would pick him up any day for some JBs. Next shout out goes to a Finnish YouTuber called Onvar. I've known him since grade school, and he really got me back into YouTubing, as I told you all in my first video that I used to do YouTube videos. Now, next shout out goes to someone I really played very briefly with, but this is Endless Exertion, and the reason why he deserves a spot on my list is because his way of thinking and his pretty much philosophy in gaming really just has given me a lot of influence, and I really thought about things that he has said, and he's just, I would say, pretty much a role model in my competitive gaming, as much as NMC, well, not obviously as much as NMC, but in the same way he's a role model. Alright, next one goes to Days. Me and NMC used to play with Days all day 3v3s on Modern Warfare 2 back in when we was in mine and NMC's team called Invictus. We really had some good times, and it's just Days is just such a funny game. Anyways, next shout out goes to Jupiter on PS3. I absolutely played with him for fucking ages, since COD 4 PS3 to Modern Warfare 3 PS3, and he doesn't play a lot of GBs anymore, so pretty much don't play anymore. Next.
Mä oon kuitenkin nyt alla. Mä näen, jos se menee alle pläni. Alo! Yes, hyvä. Joo, easy XP!